Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fireside Cast. We're bringing you a main matchup here for Week 6 of RGL Season 14 of Highlander. The Voices taking on Mommy Men checking in. My name's Godfather. Got Rogue on the mic with me. Jay's behind the scenes on camera. Rogue, how you doing?
I'm doing real great, Godfather, because of the phrasing you hit me with. You're like, we're it's the voices versus mommy men, and I thought you meant we are the voices here on air. So
Yes, we are the Voices.
I thought we had a real match on our hands, taking them 2v9, but instead, it's just regular Highlander, and I'm still happy to be here. Oh, who am I kidding?
Yeah, Highlander always a fun one to cast. It's a main matchup. This is the number 2 versus the number 3 seeded team. Each of them 4-1. They've only lost to the top seeded team, who are Pepsi enthusiasts, 5-0. Mommy Men checking in, however, same number of points, 37 that is. So maybe a slight advantage here coming in against the Voices, but clearly both of these teams have done well so far this season.
And this really is that turning point after this many weeks. It's like if you got what it takes to do well in playoffs, you've got what it takes to do well now. So this match will say it all as far as I'm concerned for how the stand is going to shake out at the end of the season.
Absolutely. With that, let's turn and take a little bit of a look at the rosters. I will start out with MMC on Scout. They have Zay, Ruski on Soldier, Loxic on Pyro, Starly on Demo, Train is the Heavy, Magic Gnome on Engineer, TY on Medic, Benatti on Sniper, and Kyle on Spy.
And on the side of the Voices, we have Styrie on Scout, Skosgo on Soldier, Benani on Pyro. I swear I am fully conscious and cognizant. I'm just making sure I get the aliases right. They're testing me. Next, we got Carter on Demo, ID Swiftness Heavy, Apple on Engineer, Knock on Medic, Luminary Sniper, and Eden on Spy.
Rogue, I'm going to level with you. I chose MMC because their roster looked easier to pronounce.
You bastard. You got me.
My bad, but I wasn't going to be the one to try to go with Skosko? I think it's Skosko. And then Styrie, Stary? I'm gonna go with Stary. Anyway, we got some funky aliases here in this one. We're on Asheville, though, a classic Highlander map. It's gone through plenty of changes, but we're on the final one, it seems. And these two teams looking to win. What's WinCon these days in Highlander? How many rounds?
4. But we're playing in multiple halves, whereas it used to be like halftime at 3 rounds and then first to 4. Now it's first to 2, next to 2, and then a tiebreaker if we need.
Right. Across the pond, I was casting some Highlander yesterday over on Critscast, and they do just first to 3, and that's it. And then it's over. And that was a lower bracket final, so it's kind of crazy. Anyway, turning back our attention to this one, Asheville's a pretty fun map in my opinion. A lot of opportunities for certain classes to make some plays. What's your favorite to either play on this, watch on this? Who are you going to be looking at here?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to be doing this main match on Asheville because it's one of those things where like at lower divs, people don't have that like kind of star power of being very good at their class, of course. And then at like the invite side, the team is such a well-oiled machine by comparison that, people don't tend to shine so much. So in a middle division like this, we're at the top of the main division, I should say, so these are great players, but I think there's a lot of room for someone to just take hold of the game. Like maybe we're going to see a 600 DPM half from a demo man, or, a sniper suddenly rings off 7 headshots in mid kind of a game. So I would say any of those types of star players that can just spread out that damage and get a ton of frags here on Asheville.
Yeah, carry classes certainly have a certain advantage on a map like this, Koth in general, but Asheville, I feel like, you do sometimes see your 600 DPM demo, or like your scout that absolutely destroys the flank, the soldier who bombs the medic time and time again, the sniper who just can't be shut down. There's a lot of opportunities, and since we're in a lower div, it's really anybody's day to be had. Who's going to pop off? Who's going to be the difference maker here? So we don't really know these players, but we'll be watching everyone closely, seeing who's a difference maker.
Yeah, how exciting. And I think this is a big one too in terms of like who's done their homework, because it's easy to be decent at this map, but I think it's hard to be great. So the teams that put in the effort to like really win these mids, accomplish the forward holds and get their sacks looking good. That's going to be a big difference maker here as well. Like I'm already preempting myself. I've been around for a lot of years already, and I've seen so many times the team's going to go for a sack after doing nothing for like 28 seconds, and then they're going to send two people to sack. So everyone else will be standing around for about 39 seconds, not dying, but not leaving either. So as long as one team can do less of that, they're who I'm cheering for in this game.
Yeah, I mean, at the main level, it's certainly not beginner players, but it's nowhere near the caliber of invite players, and a game can be decided on just who's making fewer mistakes. So I'm looking for good medic positioning. I'm looking for really medics to do a lot of good stuff here. Keep their combo up and alive. I don't want to see any demos just feeding in. I don't want to see anybody feeding in, but I know it's going to happen. And I don't think I'm going to be too ashamed to call it out, because it's not a good thing to do. Anyway, I just want to see people play some like clean, solid TF2, have the fundamentals down, prove that these players can go up to higher divs in the future, and we'll see them up there if they do.
Yeah, you make a great point. I need to be more patient and calm. Have some freaking chamomile and maybe a lavender essential oil, perhaps, to take the edge off. No, yeah, I'm with you. I think like yeah, as these teams are graciously giving us a little bit of time to really big them up here and get all excited for who's gonna take this one. But then again, maybe that's a little bit of the vinegar coming out. I gotta see I'm coming in too hot. Where's maybe give me some time to meditate if I could play some ocean sounds through my headset while we're waiting.
Looks like MMC has readied up, and we do have 18 on the server, so it shouldn't be too long, hopefully. We are at 9:45, so I think both these teams are going to suffer a cast penalty, because you can't be delaying this much. A bummer on that end. You guys gotta be ready for the cast. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have too much to talk about with this game. How's your day and stuff? Like, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good. I was at the gym. Work's been great. I went on vacation to Hawaii. I got the fans in the chat. Shout out to Firepower. I'm chilling, man. What about you?
I am doing all right. Set 2 PRs in the gym today, so pretty happy with that. I can squat 315 pounds, man. Isn't that nuts?
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever be able to lift that much, but
You know what else is nuts? Swifty servers is nuts. I don't know about you, but I don't see any cheaper alternatives here. Try just coming back with Swifty servers. You should get a Swifty server, and that's all I have to say. I can't cast, so I don't speak.
Thanks, James, for the ad plug. That was unexpected. We didn't know that was coming. Other thing that you guys could do is subscribe on Twitch. That'd be neat.
That's crazy. Wait. If you have this thing, Amazon Prime, you get a free sub each month to your favorite creator. I don't imagine how your favorite creators are not like in this mumble right now on this stream right now. Who else do you like? Do you watch Banny? No, you watch Fireside.
Thank you so much for the promotional content here. Where thanks of course for providing the service to the game. We're all having fun playing, so we appreciate everything you're able to provide.
For sure. Good to have servers for this game. Hopefully it won't be too much longer, because I am getting antsy to begin here. For crying out loud, it's 9:47. Invite players are the only ones who are allowed to be super late, and even they get punished, so these players better ready up. I don't know who we're waiting on here.
Yeah, this in-game chat is not making up for it either.
I am quite uncomfortable, but the people at home will not know our suffering.
Yeah.
Instead, we just have to, put on that professional face, clock in, and
I'm not opening that link. I'm not. I'm just not.
Yeah, those cannot be trusted.
I would. No,
No,
we, no.
is that
We can
allowed
make
by
them see
Twitch? Anyway, thank you for joining us. Tonight is Monday night. It's Highlander. It's Maine. It's RGL. It's the
Highlander.
Fireside.
It's the Fireside. It's a good time here at Fireside Cast. Hopefully we won't have any other interruptions here, even though we do have a bit of downtime. I know neither of us do this professionally, but we could do a drip check here and see who's really got the nice stuff. It is a full moon, I believe, so they should be able to have some Halloween cosmetics on.
Who's got the stuff? Let's see. I remember one of the spies had something looking pretty sweet. Where Eden, Edain, Edaen.
We're gonna go
has
with
this,
Eden
yeah,
for sure.
What a look! That's terrifying.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Jay to get over to Eden on the side of the voices. And check this strip out. This is just pretty nice, I'd say. That's pretty spooky and stuff. Hey, they're readying up. Great thing to do. We are going live with the Voices versus Mommy Men checking in. It's RGL Highlanders Season 14 Maine, Week 6. We're on Nashville. My name's Godfather. Got Rogue on the mic. Jay is on production. Rogue, take us through this mid.
All right, mid coming our way. Starly actually taking a lot of damage quickly. Train, the first one to go down. There's a big bomb actually over ramp, but manages to get the medic. There goes Ty.
Yeah, there goes Ty. It's going to be Ruski jumping in, looking for knock. Can anyone get them? Yes, both medics will die, but it's a full team wipe in favor of the Voices. They come out on top on this mid fight. That mini sentry from Magic Gnome finally falling. Doesn't get any more kills. Look at this sniper in the calm, looking here for the SVS. Gonna lose it actually, but Natty wins that.
Yeah, I love this homework. Look at this. And the dry push immediately. MMC is flying off bats, wasting no time at all. This is the kind of homework I want to see.
Oh, Spy trying to get in, doesn't find. Oh, Eden is lurking in secret. Ty's gonna be in a bit of trouble here. Eden is dead. The medic died on the other side of things. How did not go down? It was Ruski.
Skosko in the back lines manages to grab Ty at the very end of that push, but Knock goes down as well, so both medics traded, and the spawn's much better for MMC here.
Have we seen 4 medic deaths in the first 45, 60 seconds? I think we have.
Got a game on our hands!
Yeah, it's who can kill the medic the most. Train versus Swiftness, the heavy v heavy. Train wins that one. I feel like I've seen Train before. I don't know if I've ever casted him. A nice shot onto the Pyro. Takes him down by Luminary. Luminary? Yeah, Luminary. There we go. Learning these players' names. Look at this roof play by the Engineer and the Scout. They just walk up and kill Train beneath them.
And Skosko eyeing the Soapy Meister POV and actually flying behind as well. Grabbing the sniper, getting another quick pick onto Z. That, yeah, you love to see those. And manages to actually hold down the enemy ramp. So the flank on the roof and also the soldier play here from the Voices is really holding down this point.
Yeah, the Voices certainly in control so far. Half the time off the clock.
The Voices are in harmony, you could say.
Oh, I love it. No, we're going to keep doing that here on Fireside all night long, you guys. Get ready. Here is the first Uber of the match. Red team, the Voices, they don't have yet. And they are just kiting out of here. Knock is about half health. Has to be a little careful. Oh, the Soldier Bomb will get the kill. Nice job by Ruski. 96% death there by Knock. And it looks like Ty is alive for now. So that capped through. 105 on the clock. And Uber ad for MMC.
Super quick sack out of the Voices side. I love to see this from Charmander and Buddy, because they kind of sync their deaths with the rest of the team. Don't wait for your medic's buffs. Just go once and then go a second time. You're not going to have Uber anyway. That's what I say. Well played.
Yep, it is good to sack. Didn't see much sacking in EU yesterday. Kind of weird. They just don't sack. They should have. We are seeing this sniper v sniper lining up soon. Benetti has to back off. Ruski seemingly going behind here, taking the fight against the soldier. Will win it. Skosko down to Ruski. And it's just Ramp versus Bats here. With Ramp in control of the point. Now here comes a push. Nice shot by Luminary. Takes out Magic Gnome. Z now dead to the demo. Swiftness dies to a Spy, but so many kills going in favor of the Voices right now. It is full Uber for the blue team, but they're not popping in yet. Knock has to just stay safe for a few more seconds here. They almost have, and then it is a even Uber situation. Oh, and that's a force. Good call, Rogue.
Yeah, that thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm always looking out every day of the week. So yeah, getting forced in their own shutter. Right now, MMC is up against a full Uber ad and a pretty significant time dis ad here, almost half as much time. Trayton leading the way big time, eating actually a bunch of the shots from the scout, buying time for the demo to fly in, but a huge reflect from Money that will stop the stack in its tracks. And right now, the Voices are kind of chilling in their shutter.
Yeah, they're happy with this right now. Kyle is lurking behind. Hopefully the Pyro catches him here. I like that demo Soldier Bomb we saw coming over the point, or over roof rather. It wasn't as coordinated as I would like to see, but still good to see that sort of set play in action here. Here's a bomb from Skosko. He's going to go onto Ramp. Eden somehow gets in behind as the Soldier trades out. The Uber pop for the red team. They're just on a heavy, and it's going to be almost full ad for Ty on the side of MMC. 14 seconds and counting down for the Voices. They really need to get that meta kill there, but they don't find it.
Oh, they nailed it though, playing that forward that long, and ID Swiftness chilling underground. Whoa! Starlight gets air piped by I don't even actually, was it an air pipe or a full charge body shot? Either way, the Uber comes across point, kind of corralling the Voices, but they're finishing on the high ground, ready to collapse.
Ooh, Kyle with a nice stab onto the demo there. Nani gonna get an arrow. That is good. Now the medic has someone to pocket, but this is not a good spot to be in. Overtime for the Voices, 1:30 on the clock for MMC. And so far, this match is going in favor of the team that, on paper, shouldn't have been doing as well.
Yeah, after such a scrappy mid, that's you know, the kind of rounds that make teams or break teams to be able to salvage after losing both meds, chain feeding each. Right now, stuck in a 9v9. Right now, MMC is still not on Uber, so Knock had a pretty sizable advantage, but they opted not to use it.
Yeah, I think they might want to take the exchange here, but that's like, I'm no invite player, but that's wrong. Ooh, Trained gonna pick up Charmander and Luminary down to Benatti, and then Ruski dies. The Uber is out for both teams. Cross point goes the Voices, and out their own shutter.
Oh, right now, yeah, so much chaos going on in the backlines. Even Kyle trying to see what they could do to grab Knock on the way out. But these frags, actually, they were able to buy enough time here for the flank of MMC and, you know, keep the Voices at bay. And right now there's a dry push, basically, with 30 seconds left. Maybe Knock will get it the last second, but it mostly comes down to this.
Ooh, Luminary's going to die there, Benatti on a 5k. And it's really got to be the Voices dropping down onto point here. They're somehow at an artificial 40% ad. It was 20 a second ago. Benatti is going huge right now. He's on a 7k. The Uber out for the red team, but there's not much there to cap. Charmander's going to be trying to get onto point, and it's 80% for MMC. They still haven't built it. Here's a Soldier jumping in onto the heavy. Not the right target, but finding the kill anyway. Ruski is still alive somehow. Now it's just Knock, and it's Benatti with an 8k. 9k, he finds Apple. This guy is insane. He's finally taken down. The Uber is finally gotten there by MMC, and they take the round in double overtime.
Wow, that honestly was crazy impressive. MMC like hid from the 3v5 fight and then took the 7v5 fight as soon as they got their spawners, and yeah, that immediately won them the round. Super well played. What a game, Godfather. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here as well. We're in on mid number 2. MMC up 1-0. It's mid fight. Going to be watching for any Soldier play over roof, and it is going to be Skosko going in immediately. Now Ruski on the other side of things, finding it a bit better, but neither Soldier doing too much. A few have fallen on both sides, but looks in favor of the Voices as Luminary picks off Benatti, and out goes the side of MMC. It's high all the way back in spawn. Very conservative play. I like to see it.
Yeah, after all the chaos from the Soldiers, Luminary got that one, like, difference-making pick, and as soon as that rang out, it's like, all right, everyone back up. They're getting the forward trap here from Charmander, and, you know, the RJ spot waiting for them to cross by Shutter. And, but it does get checked, and actually someone loses a bit of half HP, but not doing too much as these Ubers are coming up on the board.
Ooh, Ruski jumps into a rev up heavy, and it does not end well. Luminary picks up Loxic there. A 3k has started out for him. You're right, it is even Ubers. The The Voices here continuing to find some kills. The sniper dead for MMC means free reign for Luminary, and MMC just can't really come out. They do have full Uber on both sides of things, but it is not worth trying to walk around that corner into a sniper right now. We do have Z lurking in the backline, and he's picked off by Skasko. Soldier finding that kill. It's good to see that MMC is playing a bit passively here, but they do need to try to make something happen because they are just accepting that they are being locked out of the point right now, Rogue.
Yeah, whoa. Aiden and Skasko putting in so much work on this ramp, and oh my god, taking 1 million damage, but trading for it. The Ubers finally, though, are out. And this is how you can tell it's a successful Uber when you're fading on the enemy team side of the point. They just waited for both Ubers to fade, and actually Ty getting tickled a little bit by Styrie there. But we're going to even back out as MMC tries to come in from the high ground.
Ooh, Ty dropped down here with their scout. Luminary will eliminate Z. Ruski misses a jump, it looked like there, and will get punished for it as well. MMC coming onto point here. They are down 3. It could be a quick turnaround for the Voices if they wanted to go in. It looks like their demo posting up to do just that, but now taking a bunch of spam, has to back off. Luminary finds a 6th kill onto Starly here, continuing his reign of terror, as now the Voices start getting onto point. Swiftness is there to put down some suppressive fire, if you will. Skasko going pretty deep right now. Is he going to find anything? He will find the engineer, and then the respawn timer.
Alright, and are they going to delay for the soldier? Actually, no, and that'll be a bit 8 seconds longer, actually. Not a bit longer, a big bit longer. But either way, you know, having your Uber, you're going to finish exchanging with enough time on the clock, and Styrie's still holding it down on the roof, but missing their engineer friend.
I see Ruski jumping up onto the high ground there, trying to take a roof and make something happen, but the demo man immediately dead for the blue team. This Uber exchange is terrible for them, and out goes Ty. The Voices have been in complete control of this round so far, trying to make it 1-1 here and keep things interesting in the number 2 versus number 3 seed matchup. These players, they know this one probably matters the most of all their matches this season.
Yeah, ID Swiftness is such a big presence on the server, it feels like. He has such clarity on like where the Ubers are going to end or where the after push is going to come from, and gets in position all that time in advance as heavy. So yeah, playing on the enemy team side of the point, not leaving crates, but not taking flashes either. I think, yeah, he's been a big difference maker in these exchanges so far.
I actually have noticed that this heavy is pretty solid, and then we say that Caster's Curse will
He got
see
baited.
his... Yeah, he got engineered. Tough to see. Here's a bit of a push as the heavy's dead from the side of MMC. Neither team with Uber. Actually, MMC at a dis-ad. They're going to stack the point and try to just save as much time as possible. But the side of the Voices, they don't want that at all. They're rushing forward. It's 97% now. They got to find the medic. They won't find the medic. It's now back in the hands of MMC. Oh, look at this annihilation. Knock goes down. The Pyro just holding W there. And that is all MMC wanted from that situation. Really great turnaround play from them.
The Uber felt so juicy, but there was like a point where like Knock lost just for a second, like the suboptimal building rate, and that was like, you know, those split hairs are what made the difference here, and Ty's able to escape, take the Uber back in, and keep holding the point. They are fighting an uphill battle though, and Luminary finding Ty as well. This is going to be a pretty sizable ad for Knock.
Yeah, and then in the backline, a couple of kills going in favor of the Voices again. They're down 2, but only 3 alive for MMC. 2 now as more fall. The Voices getting back on point and should be taking this round here unless something terrible goes wrong.
Super well played. That single med pick brought them all the way back in.
Yeah, really well found med pick there. I've been I think we're right to sing the praises of ID Swiftness here. Doing really well, yep. Not only on the scoreboard, but also in the team fights. Shout out to a heavy man putting in the work here.
You'd love to see it, and let's see what they get up to here on this mid. Charmander's actually super early. I don't know if maybe there was an arrow might have been missed or something like that, but whoa!
Oh, I love the Skasko bomb. That's so nice.
Someone's been watching the Soapy Meister POVs, I tell you.
Oh, Kyle right there behind doesn't find the medic. Yeah, that is such a good heads-up play from Skasko to see that the enemy team is late through Shutter. He's going to get punched down by Magic Gnome again. I believe that's the 2nd time. But to recognize that the enemy team is late to the Shutter and to have those rockets ready, just jump in and absolute chaos and destruction. Really strong play from Skasko there.
I also want to see the voices like fly forward here and get one of those like super aggro holds. They opt to hold normal here, which I think is fine. But you know, they're kind of letting MMC pick whatever entryway they want to pick, and they actually have ramp control and bats control all at the same time.
Yeah, and with Train and Shutter as well, there's really no entryway. Scottsco finds one anyway, and will take down Benatti. Train also dead. An exchange happening on point. The Pyro in for the red team, doing a good job stuffing this. It's going to fade way earlier for blue. Point still in the hands of the voices. Here's the soldier jumping around and now taking a lot of damage. He's got to back away. 2 down, 4, now 3 for the red team.
Ruski going down to literally 2 HP. Managed to just be outside the damage range. Oh, but Nani manages to clean up on that 2 HP. Actually, Starly fighting with Charmander here. We have a little bit of a Pokemon battle. They're facing off on point, and both of them choose to leave instead. Oh, but in the last second,
Charmander deletes Starly.
The critical hit or something, yeah. Same type attack bonus. I don't know, I don't play as much Pokemon as I used to.
Kyle looking for Charmander right now, though. Will find the stab, an easy one for him. He escapes out with a double back through Shutter. Good play there. See, gonna tie to the pistol shot.
90% on both teams, 95, 98, and the Ubers are here, but only one team is around the point. Right now, the voices waiting to collect all their players. They're kind of waiting to figure out where they want to go, and Ina being the one to be the linchpin, calling exactly where the medic is, where to take this. But the most crucial thing for both teams, finish on the high ground.
They're just going to go for the exchange here, tried to jump in, didn't really find anything with it. It's going to be a better Uber for the blue team for sure. Skosko will find one, and Ruski dead to the spy. Now 3, 4 dead. The voices in the post Uber absolutely shred through MMC. Only 2 alive, soon to be 1 at this rate. And it is just the engineer, Magic Gnome, who escapes with his life. So 8 down. The voices really won that post fight.
Luminary finding, oh, look at this aggro play, let's go. They're charging forward in the lobby. They're taking so much high ground on bats as well, committing their medic. They have so many people in here. Even losing these frags, they're buying so much time on the clock. Like, no one can even roll out in the first place. Charmander fighting up 1v2 from the high ground. But actually,
they're going to lose the med for it. Oh, it was worth it until it wasn't. That med death is terrible. That's basically just a 4-man sack for Uber ad.
And losing that many is a lot, but yeah, we have a mini sentry from Apple under the enemy team bats. You know, someone... Oh, never mind, there it goes. I was going to say, someone's going to get real angry at their teammates if they get killed by that, huh?
The tilt sentry. Did just die to that sentry, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So right now, MMC kind of finding themselves back on point here again, coming up on Uber, but they don't have a pyro, so Ty is just back up against the wall and gets forced by taunting on point.
That was a big mistake by Ty there. Dropped, or excuse me, by Nock, dropped his demo man in the Uber. Wait, no. I could have sworn I just saw Starly die. Who died instead? I feel like they didn't flash on the right person. I might just be going insane here.
Starting to see ghosts. You had too much of the full moon event, I think.
Oh, God, it might be that.
Working the way. Whoa, Loxic flying in, and it does go down for it, but I appreciate the effort to buy some time. Ty getting chased by Styria and Aiden. And now Skosko as well from downtown! Ty goes so low, 26 HP, but just barely escapes with their life.
And 45 seconds on the clock here. MMC, to their credit, have done a good job whittling away at that time advantage, but the voices have just been really clean with these fights. They still have their Uber advantage. They need to keep their medic alive, obviously. He's kind of just dancing in Shutter. A risky place to be, but what they're choosing to do nonetheless. As blue team's now going to get onto point here. Z, the first to fall to Luminary.
Oh my god, losing your demo, scout, and sniper immediately on the push. I'll take how to not win Highlander for 100, Alex. That is unfortunate. Yeah,
they
there's
really
only 3
did
left.
Just drop everybody, and now Ty's separated. Okay, Loxic will drop down. That was pretty poor play there. Someone's going to have to touch. Train might try to, but there is a heavy there. Starly jumping in, gets stopped. Oh, Z does find a touch, but just 1. And that will be the voices going up 2-1 at the half. I think they're just playing overall better TF2 here, not making as many mistakes.
Yeah, this is such a close game, really, between these teams where like both are getting big openings or big salvages or, you know, huge mid fights and things like that. So by kind of playing tit for tat, but being just a little bit faster, or winning 55% of the fights instead of 50 is the difference that they're making here in the match. And yeah, I love like so much presence on the server from ID Swiftness and Skosko, which is actually absurd to me that Skosko is that far down the scoreboard, second to lowest, but putting in, I would say, like either the second most or the most impact on the server.
For sure, going to open up my logs here. Shout out Jay for supplying those. If the link will work, that is. There we go. Now I got some logs. Let's see. Top damage. Who do you expect to see, Rogue?
Ooh, good question. Before I look, I want to say it's a demo man. I'm guessing maybe Charmander.
It was actually Starly, just barely 444 to 420, but Charmander did get 13 kills to Starly's 5, so I think Charmander might be having a better game overall here.
Yeah, just any like, I mean, a neutral KD for a demo man is good, but yeah, -1 like Starly, that's I think great impact. But just being alive and ready for pushes makes a really big difference, especially on a Koth map like this. And I'm actually very surprised because both medics have knock on 6 deaths and tie on 5. It feels like, at least from that first mid, we're kind of playing like a respawn simulator a little bit, but they're actually able to kind of find their footing as the rounds went on.
Absolutely. I'm going to take a look now at the medic deaths. Very close in number. Nook with 6, tie with 5 there. So both these medics dying a fair amount. Not too much, but still some embarrassing medic deaths, I think.
Yeah, I also, of course, we want to let everyone know what's up with Luminary top fragging here, being 26 and 10 on Sniper. Luminary had a couple of clutch picks there on to tie on the enemy medic, but even just like getting those 10, 15 extra frags over, like most other players in the server, this is a big difference maker playing King of the Hill here, huh?
Absolutely. Now, I've been watching these soldiers pretty closely. I need to take a closer look at their log. Looks like Skosko with 20 kills and then 15 from Ruski, but I feel like Ruski was also getting a lot of important frags here and there. What are your thoughts on the soldier performance overall?
Yeah, I think Ruski is playing fine, but Skosko is playing like game winning. You know what I mean? Like buying so much space and getting the timings right every time. Like, being the linchpin to win mid, or the linchpin in the dry fight, or grabbing the sniper so your team doesn't lose anybody and you open up yours. Like, kind of feels like they just know the right place to be and the right thing to do at all the right times. So yeah, I'm loving this gameplay from Skosko. And looking at the heavies as well, we talked about ID Swiftness having a pretty good performance so far, and both heavies have kind of similar damage taken per minute. It's 460 versus 540, so it's a bit of a difference still. But regardless, ID Swiftness has more than double the frags and half the deaths as the other team's heavy, so doing something very right.
Looks like we are going live. I will ask you the second half question. Who do you think wins this and by how much?
Ooh. I think this half will be 2-1 for the Voices again, so a 4-2 game.
Ooh, interesting. I think I might be on the same page there with you. It looks like these demos are out onto the mid, and Starly is taking a little bit more damage. A lot of damage now will go down. Ty also in trouble. Skosko cleaning up kills here. Won't find the long-range rocket, but on the other side of things, Knock does go down, so somehow MMC will have the ad here.
Ooh, Aiden finding the heavy just barely on the way out and lives to tell the tale. Oh, and I absolutely love what Apple is getting up to here under the enemy team's bats, and doesn't find anything, but it's even one of those calls where you're like, hey, no one is going to come from this area for a little while. It's something very valuable.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the positioning here for the blue team. They want to be up on their bats. Pretty standard to drop down that way, but they're just full regrouping here. Now they're in lobby, getting back up onto the bats. It looks like they're uncertain about how they want to play this, even though they've got the 50% ad here.
And we still have Styrie playing on the roof here. Aiden and Skosko going for a little bit of a play on ramp, but the Uber comes out so early from Ty. Right now, the Voice is running with, keeping their medic alive. Starly doesn't even know where to look. There's no players to find. So now, 85% Uber ad as the point just starts to get capped here.
Yeah, really not what the side of MMC would be looking for. Voice is in control. They are down a few here, but now they have the fast spawners, and they're right back to full strength, going to get their players in position, and then bring in this 50% Uber. If we keep going back and forth like this with the medics living, we're going to just keep having the point flip-flop. We have to find a medic kill here. It looks like the demo wants to do just that, jumping forward. Gonna find the sniper, not too much else as they now rush through the shuttered door, and the refight from the blue team. Better heals, it looks like, and they're about to have that Uber. They're probably going to come right back in as soon as this point gets capped.
Yeah, if only they were able to stop it, but just going for those extra couple plays from Styrie to try and delay did a lot of work here. So the Uber comes up, and actually it's only a 50% disad, so if Nock is able to back up, survive, and re-push, you're not going to be missing more than 20 seconds after that.
Uber is out for the blue team. They're just charging through Shutter. The medic, unfound, untouched. Nock is just sitting pretty upstairs there. ×4 on cap, trying to get this one back in the blue team's hands. And now actually just vacating the cap. They finally get it. That's better. But tiny little misplay there, but whatever.
Wow, MMC playing so up-tempo, so upbeat here in Highlander that they're like, hey, screw it, we won the fight, we have disad, but shove forward, you know? Deny some space, make them use early, and they use so early! There's only half the Uber left as MMC runs out, their medic's fine, their pyro's fine, their heavy's not so fine, and whoa! And
the sniper gets picked off by the spy there in the chaos. Look at the soldier though, getting onto point, looking for the medic and finding him. Nock is dead, and that will break the cycle of 50% disads. Good spy play by Kyle as he finds ID Swiftness with a bit of a trick stab there.
Ty with 100% ad and the point, so their numbers disad, but I think it might be worth stopping cap, and they agree. Starly flying in on the high ground, grabs the beam at the last second there, so Z and Starly, you know, just getting the one frag, but having this space and locking out the enemy team, you know, if we're gonna have to fight for point, let's do it with the better spawns, you know, make them earn this cap. And they're still winning this fight, but the Voices have been winning this for like 20 seconds almost now.
Yeah,
oh,
they have the T-Glock on the point, won't find anything. Voices get back in control. What did you see there?
Just like a little bit of a dance between Skosko overloading one rocket at a time and Ty taking 30 damage from each one for like 4 shots in a row. Finally going down for it though.
Finally, indeed, the clock about even. Excuse me, I think I just punched my mic. Sorry, everybody. But the clock about even. The Voices in control have a hefty Uber ad as well. They should know that the spy just crossed point because they saw the shutter door open. And it looks like Nock is backing out. Here's a bit of a push, a bomb coming in from Starly, Loxic also sacking, but red team, the Voices, they were already out by that point, and it is 7-man sack failing for MMC.
Nailed it, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Grandpa Rogue is pleased. You can have a Werther's original for your doing a good job.
Indeed. I like the 7-man sack. I think they should go for an 8-man next time just to really make sure they get the medic there. But no, in all seriousness, it was a really good job by not getting out early before the sack wave came in. They knew to expect it. Here's a heavy v heavy situation. Train versus ID Swiftness. Good bomb by Ruski. Won't get anything with it. The Uber now pops out. They're finding 4 kills, but no medic. Where is the medic? Where? Oh, Ty up on the high ground, up on Bats with Starly, who gets deleted by Luminary. Nice shot there.
Now there's not even enough time to bring the Uber back in. Ty's had ad this whole time, says I'm going to stay with my one player who can take it back in, and then they get sniped. Oh, Loxic flying in, Ruski flying in, Z flying in, but no one's able to get cap time.
Stuff! That was actually legendary. Shout out to both Charmander and Starry. I think they were both on 5Ks before the that round ended, but a beautiful stuff by the Pyro, Nunny, whatever, keeping players off the point, and the Voices go up 3-1 here.
This it's game point here for the Voices. So right now, actually a batsmid from MMC, which I kind of like to shake things up. You know, if it's not working, just try something new, right? So the initializer coming in, Ruski going in to make some space, but Starly a little bit slow on the uptake. Train is taking this fight, but one spy decloaking on Bats distracts 5 of the players for MMC. So yeah, just a bit off timing. You gotta be all in for a commit like that.
Well, they do pick up Nock. The medic is dead. So big ad here for MMC. Banani and Loxic both gonna fall. I've been seeing some nasty sniper shots all around tonight, but Luminary finding a good one there. And it's another mid fight, excuse me, going in favor of the Voices, but they're at a big disad here, and they gotta play very safe.
Yeah, this is a big ad, but when you have the point, you're a little okay with it, not immediately
tragic.
going down. Yeah, no questions asked. Ooh, but Aiden managed to grab the heavy pretty quick, and Skosko on 4 HP too.
Oh, Luminary finds another kill. Benatti is dead again. MMC players dying left and right here. Skosko will get the force off and is still alive. Skosko is still okay. Skosko will finally die, as does Apple. But that is a terrific force. Makes it completely even Ubers. And with the Voices a minute off the cap already, that's a good position for them to be in.
Yeah, that's a disad well played. Honestly, even if they don't get the force, we're actually bleeding a lot of players pretty quick here, which I kind of like. If the enemy team is about to cap, may as well ruin their spawns. Yeah, like Magic Gnome on that 15-second respawn timer here.
Do I see Natasha on point from train? I sure do see a Natasha. BM or legitimate strategy? What do you think?
We here at the Fireside Cast do not believe in cyberbullying as a practice, and formally and cordially request that the Natasha be taken off. Just kidding. It's nuts. It just makes players so angry. Oh, Starly just freaking Thanos snap Charmander out of the sky with a double air pipe on the sticky bomb jump.
Uber out from the Voices, so it's getting stuffed so well. Starly taking some damage, but it's not going to be too big of an issue. Ruski jumps in. Kyle looking for a stab. Will find one. Luminary's dead. Won't find another. But so far one fight for the red team. Charmander almost goes down.
So much time on the clock here. The players are trickling in from the Voices here, but no one's able to get the medic quite yet. ID Swiftness, though, look at this, just taking the space, saying we can edge them out here, and then as soon as the fight's more middling again, when they lost control of bats, they back up. But as I say so, Apple is taking a 1v1 against Ruski on the blue team bats and manages to lose the fight, unfortunately. But for now, again, just buying that time is all your team needs. Knock on 80% to a tie is full.
Yep, clock about even. Uber's about even. It's going to be an early Uber for the blue team, and completely stuffed was Z there. This Uber's not going to find much. Now the red team popping back. They need to trap that medic. Benatti dead to Luminary. Charmander picks up Starly there. It's just a lot of frags going in favor of the Voices overall, though. And they'll keep control of their point here.
Yeah, Charmander going for that early little peek again. Skosko and Aiden playing very forward on the enemy ramp. It feels suffocating when you're the offensive side and you don't have point. You have to come in from one place and they know you're coming. Styrie, you're doing so much damage on Starly and manages to knock him all the way back there. Train in ID Swiftness so close they could kiss, but finally...
Oh! Aiden! What was that? It was dirty. Gets 2 steps there.
Yeah, that's the mommy men are getting weaned off the teat, and they are not happy about it. Full disad and much worse time on the clock. They are, one against. The score is 1-3 for MMC, so they need anything they can to get back in this game.
They really do. I'd like to see a sack wave here. Try to get at least a demo and a soldier in. Knock is playing the shutter door, ready for it. Kyle going to be getting through that door. Should be spotted in a sense. Looking at the bats drop down onto point. Starly waiting for his medic to come forward. Bit of a push. That's just going to be an immediate Uber pop from Knock and an immediate retreat from the blue team. Getting that ad, exactly what they wanted. A great play overall from MMC.
Yeah, easy, calm. Reaper's coming in right now. Ruski being the one opening it up. 75 on tie, but it's not going to come soon enough.
Yep, it is overtime for the Voices. MMC getting onto the point, gonna stack this pretty hard. They don't have anyone dead, might as well. That will result in a much faster respawn time for the red team's combo. They'll be looking to get right back in. Gotta work up a bit of an Uber charge here. They're only at 50%, but especially with how the snipers have been playing, we might just see a drop coming in here.
Yeah, I can smell that blood in the water, but Benatti going down first here, and Ruski second. Is not what you need from MMC, but they're taking the Uber straight in. Z flying into ID Swiftness and launching all the way up the bats. The Uber just comes out now, and Z finds Knock. 1-2!
No. That actually ends up working. What a direction change. What a play call. to go under and up there, get to the high ground.
Yeah. There's so many picks coming out for MMC still, you know, in these aggressive plays, sometimes you're like, we hope we'll get something good out of it, but no, here they managed to get the picks, get the medic, get out alive.
Hearing some headshots ring out here and there. Luminary found an opener. Oh, Benatti gets the kill onto the medic. There's the sniper headshot. One we've been looking for all night. Luminary is peeking pretty aggressively. We'll have to get out of here as the Pyro's flames. And now the scout. Uh-oh. Sniper is dead. Benatti's just going to sit on point and have free reign.
They managed to find who is that Apple hanging out in the doldrums. They run to point and an early headshot onto ID Swiftness that takes so long to heal your heavy. It'll take enough time to have buff the heavy. That's like 7 or 8 seconds, and Jesus Christ, Skosko flying all throughout the skybox. Gets the force out pretty early, but not going down as well to Ruski in the back lines. They're zoning them out here on point, and MMC is just barely able to get around.
That is a very important round find for MMC. 3-2 is the score. Prediction looking pretty good, bro. If the voices are able to close it out here, we will have to wait and see. Who are you looking for? Difference maker last round, or maybe last round. What do you think?
Listen, players win the early rounds, but callers win the later rounds. Whoever's calling at both teams, ID Swiftness, and whoever's on the MMC side, that's who I got. That's who I believe in.
Ruski going for a bomb there, won't find anything. 3 down immediately for the blue team. A nice shot by Luminary. Benatti is dead to the spy. This is going to be a 1 mid yet again for the voices as they hop onto it. And a quick headshot from Luminary takes down Train, contesting there.
I'm interested to see if they go for one of those aggressive plays, especially because MMC is not that close. Like, they've had one player in the whole time, but the voices just kind of choosing to chill, saying, let's get our medic, let's, I don't know, chill out on the roof. I prefer the, playing up close and playing to win, but, if you're going to have an Uber and defend the point, that's not so bad, all things considered.
No, not at all. Looking to be a drop-down play soon here for MMC. Ubers are even, as we mentioned. Eden is behind Starly, taken out. The spy getting ready to make a play, looking for anything here. Will be getting it launched away as the side of the voices continue to hold on this point.
Right now, the voices kind of not getting any questions asked here. They kind of won the mid, and MMC is chilling, and then they won this hold, and MMC chills again. So, this already got them a minute on the clock, and they're still both Ubers. If you're going to exchange, you should do it while you have the point, so the voices are very happy to use it.
Charmander picks off Ty there. Full ad for the voices. And they continue to hold on to the point here as well. 150 left on the clock for them. MMC hasn't capped yet this round.
Right now, still ID Swiftness just kind of scoping this out, and Eden going for a little decloak here on Bats trying to clean up. But MMC are actually buying a good amount of space here, and Nock knows they don't have to play that far forward, so Nock is still in Shutter actually, just waiting for MMC to push into this disad. Sounds like we might have some internet issues going on, but not me. Here I continue.
No, I think it's recovered for now. Uber popped out by the red team. Styrie will find Train. Good bomb from the soldier! Ruski picks off Nock. That's what I like to see. That's why I love watching soldiers. That was a beautiful play to sacrifice himself and find the medic.
Well, Styrie just got freaking clapped by Z. Someone's bullets just did twice as much damage. Eden does trade the frag at the last second there. But MMC is kind of taking their time, and wow, Charmander going down to, was that like a roller from Starly at the last second? But Luminary on the time. Skosko trying to buy that space, but not finding anything for the trouble.
I think Skosko wanted to go in and bomb the medic, and then the medic was gone.
Yeah. And
might as well jump away then. 37 left on the clock, still counting down. Blue team has not capped. This is pretty poor from MMC. They should have been flooding that cap earlier, just save as much time as possible. The voices will only have to hold for 28 seconds if they win a fight here, and they do have ads.
A lot of roof presence from Lox again. Whoa, blazing headshot from Benatti onto Luminary. That's going to be a big difference maker in this hold, especially while you have slight disad. So Nock is going to want to look to use right away, but you need that space now, not once you're coming up on Uber.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they take an aggressive one. Train is dead. It should be an Uber. Nock's half health. I don't know why no one's going onto him. This scout dancing around. Z is dead. Spies finding picks on both sides. No heavy will live. And MMC gonna back out for free. And they'll be looking to take a recontest. Oh, the bomb onto the medic knock. Balls of Steel will not pop. Now it's gonna be an Uber exchange soon, but Knock gets reflect dropped.
You hate to see it. I mean, there's still only 28 seconds for the voices here, but yeah, nice shot from Lox. Like a Charmander flying in, Skosko flying in, Ty going down to 20 HP and does end up forcing here. You're pretty happy to get the points and the demo heavy pick. And look at MMC flying forward. This is exactly what you want. Control that space. Don't let them in. Aiden being the only player who, what are you even going to call when your team can't collapse on anything like that? So, oh, going for the decoy. Yeah, see, that's what happens. Nice try, bucko.
I'm still hung up on that reflect kill. That was nutty from Bunani. Takes down, or no, sorry, it was from Boxic. Never mind. Dang it, I tried to do a fun wordplay. But did you see that pipe from Snarly take down ID Swiftness? That was a clean one there.
And both soldiers trade each other on ramp. So that's something, all right.
For sure.
Yeah, now both Ubers are evening out here, coming up on 80%. There's a minute left on the clock for the team who has the point, 30 seconds for the one who doesn't, so this Uber decides everything.
Ooh, Luminary taken down by Kyle, will die for it, but a good opener onto the medic. Blue team popping their Uber, Tide took some damage, it's going to be a trade out from Red. They should have a better Uber here, but they don't play the advantage train. Eating so much damage right now, will find a kill. Now the soldier jumps in. This is bad for the voices. MMC need this to stay alive, though. As
so
almost
many players.
everyone dead from MMC.
They're gonna just barely have enough time for a refight, but I'm talking like, you know, you have to jump in and have someone start capping kind of refight, right? Actually, the cap just coming down now, 2-1, and the entirety of MMC is now back alive. So as long as you go straight towards point, run straight home, Charlie, and don't stop till you get there after you get the golden ticket. That's the kind of speed we need, and grabbing Luminary right away is a big open door.
Yeah, they should free, just walk in for free here. Z is dead. Oh, Knock is dead as well. Benatti finds the pick, and it is overtime yet again. Starry going in, going to find two, actually. Will get gunned down by this heavy. Ty, so weak right now. Can anyone get in there? Ty is literally 14 health. Will go down. What a find by Eden at the last moment. Charmander will find a pick onto the heavy. It's a scout free. So, scout and sniper. There's so many players looking for this one. MMC have not capped yet. It is still overtime. The spawners are coming in faster for the blue team. Can the voices hold this one off? Knock in trouble. Will stay alive. Kyle finds a pick. Kyle getting launched towards the medic, and the voices will win it. Nobody touches, and that is a GG.
Dang. Yeah, coming up on quick fix when there's not enough time to Uber anymore in the round. That is the only right play, and it actually made a big difference where Knock almost goes down, but making enough space with the buffs that the rest of the team had so quickly. That, wow, what a nail-biter of a match, man, huh?
Yeah, and it ends up, I believe, with the prediction you laid out, 4-2. Well done there, Mr. Co-caster.
Yeah, I mean, I only came in halfway through, so, you know, I'm just like, what if history repeats itself? No, but I think these teams were so closely matched, and it's like you said earlier, you know, like, the voices are just barely making a few fewer mistakes. Even in a point like this, where, like, the voices comes in and Kyle gets that nasty, or, like, it wasn't a 2K, but, like, Kyle grabs a demo as soon as, who was it, Benatti gets the medic or something like that. So, yeah, I think they did phenomenal on both sides, and the voices was just a little bit hotter in cleaning up after those plays.
Yo, the scout has a 75% accuracy. Styrie. Yeah, 444, 54 kills, 10 assists, 24 deaths. What a game from Styrie there. Absolute monster tonight.
Yeah, that is huge. I'm actually like now really curious what their frags were in the second half, because they were like high up in the first half, but not at the top of the scoreboard or anything. Yes, of course, 33 and 12 in the second half, getting a really solid 2.8 KD. That is nothing to sneeze at. And even aside from that, the damage, putting up 470 on Scout, almost 200 higher than your your rival, who went even, by the way. Like, it wasn't an underperformance. That was just so above and beyond from Styrie. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. Nook dying a little bit more often, but still winning proves you can win without a medic alive all the time. It's not the end of the world to lose your medic, I guess is the point. What else are you seeing in these logs?
Yeah, listen, die more often but win the game, and I saw Knock like backwards surf a rocket off a sound cue. It looks like someone's been watching my demo reviews.
Oh,
but
yes.
Listen, I got the fans lined up around the block here. But no, I think really Charmander going like having less than half as many deaths as the enemy team's demo, that is such a like an enormous difference maker. And it's one of those things like, I don't know if your demo is dying to sniper or things like that. Exile, I love you, I miss you, please call me back. That is one thing, but you know, when your demo is just kind of dying to everything everywhere, that's a little bit of a playstyle thing, I think. So I think if Starly's able to kind of stay alive here, then this, like, their team is going to have a lot to work with. But I do think Charmander also went above and beyond at those times to, like, again, put in solid damage, get, you know, great map control, and not get punished for it. So really great job finding those openings.
Yeah, absolutely. These teams have a lot to improve on, but also looking pretty good for where they are in their careers, in their division, in the season. I believe this will put the Voices at least in second, maybe tied for first, depending on the results of the number 1 seeded match. I don't know what the team name is. My bad. I forget it already. It's like Sea Cucumbers or something. It's Pepsi Enthusiasts. I don't know where that came from. My bad. So yeah, depending on where Pepsi Enthusiasts, or whether or not they won tonight, it'll be the Voices in first or second. And yeah, Mommy Men checking in will drop down a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, you know, I mentioned earlier in the carrier, just before the rounds all began, this is a really big sort of determining factor in how playoffs are going to go. You know, at this point in the season, we're past the halfway mark, and you're kind of figuring out where everyone's going to lie in playoffs. And if this is your biggest rival, whoever comes out on top here is coming in, you know, sitting pretty when you're looking at playoffs. But now I'm not so sure, because again, these teams are so close. Like, you know, if only, let's say, maybe 1 or 2 more people had a pop-off kind of round or game on the side of MMC, or what if this was something like, I don't know, Steel or Swiftwater instead of Koth Map. It could be anyone's game moving forward. So I wish the best of luck to both of these teams, and make sure you peep these demos. There's a lot of juicy wisdom nuggets here to be harvested.
For sure. Maybe if I ever get back into playing, I'll get a demo review from Rogue. That sounds like a good way to kickstart my Team Fortress 2 competitive career again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say about this matchup, so I'll ask you, Rogue, if you have any shoutouts before we get out of here.
Let's see. No, shout out to you, Godfather, and J2 for having me. Shout out Firepower, the homie. Also, I'll give a shout out to Zoe, who, after I was talking about how well ID Swiftness was playing, like, winning rounds for the team completely, showed up to the cast later saying ID Swiftness is winning these rounds. So yeah, getting compliments from an invite heavy player is or what do you, not compliments, validation, gets a shout out from me. Thanks, buddy.
For sure. For me, it'll be a shout out to all the players, everybody watching at home, of course to you, Rogue, and Jay on production. Shout out Dave across the pond, and shout out Jazz, of course, my heart. With that, this has been the Voices winning it against Mommy Men checking in this Season 14 Week 6 main matchup. Have a good night, everybody.